how's everyone doing today? Good. Good, I'm glad to hear it. So today we're going to be learning about independent and dependent variables. So we'll start off with some definitions. The independent variable is the variable that is changed or controlled in an experiment, and a change in this directly causes a change in the dependent variable. Thus, the dependent variable is what changes based on how the experimenter changes a dependent variable. So an example of this would be the more steps I walk, the more calories I will burn. The number of steps I walk is the independent variable, and the number of calories I burn is the dependent variable because it depends on how many steps I walk. So there are three circumstances that can occur based on between the independent and dependent variable. One, there can be no relationship, meaning that they are not related. The second one, they can be a positive relationship, meaning that when the independent variable increases, the dependent variable increases, or when the independent variable decreases, it causes the dependent variable to decrease. So an example of this would be as we said above, the more steps I walk, the more calories I burn, because they're going in the same direction. The other example is a negative relationship, meaning that they go in opposite directions. So either the independent goes decreasing and the dependent increases, or the other way around. The independent increases and the dependent decreases. So an example of this could be it could be the more I sleep, the less tired I feel. So they're going in opposite directions. And studying these relationships in experiments allows us to understand whether there's a relationship between what we are changing in an experiment and what the results or the outcome is. So now let's think of a haiku or a chant to remember what we are doing. So I've come up with this chant for us. And I'm going to say it, and then we'll all repeat it together just so we can remember. Be independent, changed purposefully by us, dependent follows. So now we're all going to say it together a few times just so we can remember, okay? All right, ready? Be independent, changed purposefully by us, dependent follows. Good job, you guys did really well. So that's just something you can use if it's during a test or during an experiment. You're kind of thinking, which one is which? You can memorize this. So now we're going to do a little bit of a test. I want to know, can anyone tell me what the independent variable in this situation is? The more gas I put in the car, the further distance I drive. So can anyone tell me what the independent variable is?
The gas you put in the car.
Exactly, good job. And can anyone tell me what the dependent variable is? Yes.
The distance you drive.
Wonderful, you got it. So now we're going to just do a little recap. Remember that a positive relationship, they go in the same direction. A negative relationship, they go in opposite directions. And we look at these relationships to remember and know if something we're doing in an experiment is causing something else to happen. Now let's go over the chant one more time, and then we'll be done for the day. Ready? Be independent, changed purposefully by us, dependent follows. Wonderful. You guys did great today. Thank you so much for your time, and if you have any questions, I will be happy to get back with you.